Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Animeniacs.
Woohoo!
Me and Cody at it again with more Interview with Monster Girls.
I do like this.
This is a very nice anime. That's the best way I can describe it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of drama, and there's not a lot of comedy. It's a very middle road anime.
Yep.
You're just intrigued about how these girls actually function with the abilities of monsters.
Yeah, how can you just carry your head around?
Yeah, that. And of all, now we have 4 of them, but we'll get into that in a moment. I'll ask this question after.
Yeah.
So our first episode, the 4th episode now, is we meet Yuki, the snow woman.
Yeah.
I believe they're also called Yuki Onna, if I remember the terminology right.
Okay.
But it's the Japanese snow woman.
Okie dokie. I like her.
I like her too. She's got one of my favorite abilities. I love ice powers. And her demeanor is very shy and enclosed, is the best way I can describe it. She doesn't like being around people, and we find out why in the next episode, actually.
Yeah.
This one, we're dealing with gospel.
Ah, the gossipers.
Yes. And lo and behold, this is actually where I give a point to the vampire girl, Hikari.
Yeah.
Because she actually steps up for Yuki.
I start just yelling at them.
Yeah. But not in a, you guys are
Oh, yeah.
evil, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's more like, you guys should really reconsider your actions.
Yeah, you're doing terrible things.
Yeah. If you have a problem with people gossiping, or want to teach someone about, the dangers of gossiping, this is a good episode to kind of show how you deal with that situation.
Yeah.
Because they address it, it's you can't tell them to stop, they'll just keep doing it. Or they'll get worse, because most people who like to gossip is because they have an inferiority complex of their own.
Yeah.
So, and as a teacher, you really can't just yell at them and tell them to stop. It doesn't work that way.
It's true.
But as a student, standing up against them and calling them out on it all the time that you're there, or they're there gossiping, actually is kind of effective.
It is.
Until they get violent, but then the teachers are supposed to step in at that point.
Yeah, it's hey.
Yeah, no, put the fist down.
You put those fists down, or we're gonna have a problem.
And then this also shows Yuki's character, because right after, I call her Hikari, but it's not Hikari, it's Hikari. After Hikari leaves, Yuki comes in and apologizes for the way she's been acting, and explains that it's because of her demi nature and she's just really scared to be around people. And the gossipers are like, we should be apologizing to you, not you apologizing to us.
Yeah, so we're sorry for treating you like crap.
Yeah. Sorry for gossiping behind your back and saying those mean things.
Then it's I will say them to your face.
No, they didn't.
I know.
I actually like that bully characters in this turn around.
Mm-hmm.
We got kind of a My Little Pony syndrome,
Okay,
if I had to put a word for it.
Yeah.
Where your enemies become your friends. And it's not like they're enemies.
They're just misinformed.
Yeah, a lot of this is just misinformation that just needs to be clarified.
Yeah.
So yeah, the second episode is where we actually find out what Yuki is and the struggles she deals with.
Yeah.
So as a snow woman, there's a lot of bad lore behind the snow woman.
Yeah.
They're either subject to unequated love, melting away, or just some terrible fate.
Freezing people.
Or freezing everyone. So, not a lot of good publicity around them.
Yeah.
Which, if you're a snow woman, you're like, this sucks. No one loves me because of these fucking stories.
Yeah. People think I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah. And then she admits that, like, when she was a kid, she didn't have to think about this problem. She didn't worry about hurting people for snow powers. It was just more accepted
Yeah,
where
because
she
she
was.
lived in a freaking snow area.
Yeah, it was a snow area. I'm allowed to be cold. And then she moved to a more warmer place and into a high school, and she's now concerned that she might hurt someone.
And the point where she became concerned is the bath.
Yeah. So she's taking a bath, and then she notices that the hot bath water has ice crystals in it, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
If you have to ask me, first of all.
Yeah.
So the teacher, Takanashi? Takanashi, yes. I'm going to get names kind of confused. I'll be close, but fairly off.
I will too.
Yeah. Anyways, has a theory about why this is, and he's like, maybe it's her sweat. But she admits she doesn't sweat often.
Yeah.
So he does an experiment. He's like, I feel bad for this experiment, but if it's true, then we have our answer.
Oh, yeah.
So he gets Yuki to put her feet into a hot bath and gets her to read all these terrible snow women stories.
Yep.
Which causes her to become nervous. And due to her nervousness, she forms ice crystals in the bath, or in the tub.
Come to find out.
That she sweats through her feet.
Yeah.
When she's nervous.
Cold sweats.
Cold sweats. Hilarious pun there, but...
Do I want to know?
She has the cold sweat, she's a cold...
Oh. You just, no, okay,
Yeah.
puns.
Yeah.
You're a funny fun guy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we find out that, and then after that, he even confirms that it's like, yeah, this isn't a lot of ice either. Like, if this is you at your worst, nervousest point, you're not going to hurt anyone with your powers. So you're safe to be around people. That you shouldn't be ashamed of your powers.
If anything, your powers are cool.
Yeah. Haha. I know you were not going for the pun, but Cody is going to strangle me in this episode.
Oh, just so I am.
Also, on part of this episode, we meet more with Hikari's sister, and I cannot remember her name. Himari, I believe is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, complete opposite of her sister.
Yeah. Let's see. Polite.
Studies hard, works hard at school.
Not crazy.
Not crazy. Very down to earth.
Yeah.
And responsible.
Meanwhile, Hikari's... Let's not even go into that.
Yeah, no, she's all over the place.
Oh god, yes, she's chaos.
Yeah. But so, and we learn an interesting point of view from our teacher.
Oh yeah.
Because she confronts the teacher and is like, are you only interested in learning about my sister because she's a demi and that makes her interesting? Because she's not just a test subject for you, she's also a person. She's my sister.
Yeah, and then he's just like,
Can I?
Yes.
So he's like, well, yes, she is a person, but you can't deny that she's also a demi. If we focus on just her humanity, we ignore the demi part of her and their struggles. But if we focus on just her demi part, then we forget that she's also human.
And her personality.
In her personality. You have to have a balance of both.
Very eloquently put.
But yeah, I didn't do that justice.
Yeah.
But that is a very huge philosophy I have, is you gotta see the argument from both sides.
Yeah. And they were having such a nice moment.
Oh yeah, and then Hikari sends a text just because she wants her sister to come home quicker.
My teacher hugged me.
Mind explaining this one?
No.
Yeah, I did not attack your sister. She hugged me, first of all.
Yeah, she leapt at me.
And secondly, it was more of a friendly teacher-student hug than a anything else kind of hug.
Yeah. It was like, yeah.
Oh yes, so, and to top this, we did a lot in this episode, by the way.
Yeah.
To top this off, we find out that Suki, the succubus teacher, wants to help with
Oh yeah.
the
girls.
other girls' struggles. Yeah. And it will now be more of a part of that team. They can go to her if they have problems that maybe the other male teacher can't address.
Sure.
Or shouldn't address.
Yeah. And I learned something interesting about something.
What?
Do they really have tomato juice in, like, juice boxes?
I don't know. But yes, you see him drinking tomato juice out of a juice box.
And as soon as I saw that, I was like, no.
Okay, if you don't like tomato juice, obviously you're not going to like tomato juice boxes. But maybe if you like tomato juice, maybe a juice box is a nice little thing. I wouldn't like it. I don't like tomatoes.
Yeah, but tomato just sitting around.
I imagine you put it in the fridge.
One would hope.
Anyway,
But yeah.
Not the focus of this show.
True.
And then we might as well just cover the 6th episode,
Yeah.
which is the more family dynamic. So the teacher gets invited over to Hikari's house where he has dinner with her folks and her sister, and we see the sister dynamic they have where
They
kind of get on each other's nerves a lot. And the family does what they can to support Hikari, and it kind of feels Hikari may not be as appreciative of it as you'd think.
Yeah.
Like, she gets her own special mini fridge for her blood packs because,
Nobody wants to see your blood packs.
yeah. But the family's already okay with it. It's more of Hikari's own personal.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be weird the men. It's like, no, we're fine with it, but if that's what bothers you, here, you can have your own fridge. Okay. Well, let me tell you what she does with her fridge.
Yeah, hides desserts.
Hides
in
desserts.
it. Cools her feet off in it.
Uses her to cool her feet while she reads manga.
And falls asleep in it.
And falls asleep in it and catches a cold.
Yeah.
Now, I've known my summer days, and I know I would love to use my fridge for that. I like to know what kind of fridge she has.
Yeah. And how does that not cost you money?
Oh, her electric bill's probably through the roof. Also, I was like, wouldn't that blow the motor?
Yeah. But yeah, jeez.
But in the end, we find out that Hikari does love her family, and her family does love Hikari.
Yeah. The end of that little scene. The mom and Hikari out.
Oh yeah, so the mom comes back home, and then they find out that Hikari had ate all the desserts. So they're going to go in and get some dessert for after dinner.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey mom, why did you have to come out? Beer. Your teacher looks like a drinker.
Like, oh my god. I would have been like, he looks like he needs to drink hanging out with us.
Yeah. Alright, so to my original question, now that we have all 4 demi-humans, which life would you not want to live?
The one with the head.
The one with the head would be pretty obnoxious.
Yeah. It's like, just him to carry that around all the time?
Yeah.
How would I use a computer?
Like, put your head on a stand and then type away.
That's so much work!
I know, but it can be done.
I know it can be done. Do you want to?
Not really. I'm saying, like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think having my head constantly disattached from my body. Also, there's, like, times where you'd wake up and forget, maybe. Like, because you're in that daze.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my body. That shouldn't be. And then, oh, yeah, right, I do that. That's a thing I do.
Yep. I suppose you could play pranks with your head.
You can play pranks with your head. I was also thinking, like, there's some practicalities to it.
Yeah.
Like, if I have to use the bathroom, but I don't want to get up or miss my TV show.
Yeah, you could just leave your head on the couch.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Oh, the other thing that we learned, and we kind of got this from the first episode, is that the head can't see unless it's what or the body can't see unless it's what the head sees.
Yeah.
So navigating is kind of a pain when your head's not around.
It's true.
However, though, Machi has perfected the art of being able to write without being able to see.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Especially with that last scene of just leaving a nice little note for the teacher.
Yeah. It's, the teacher fell asleep when he came in to see what I was up to. Meanwhile, the teacher's actually fully awake and just, this is awkward.
Let's not make this more awkward.
And I don't want to address this because this will be more awkward.
Yeah.
So Machi is just going to stroke my hair, put a blanket over me, and
I'm just going to shut my mouth.
I'm just going to keep shut. Pray this ends quickly.
It's like, let this end. Oh yeah, and here's where Hikari loses that point we gave her.
Yeah.
Gets texted, hey, this is your dad. Tell, Machi we're picking her up. Giving her a drive home. I'm not going to tell her that.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't tell her that. Like, what was the point?
Because she's a little shit.
See, she lost that point for me when she sent that text about, like, oh yeah, the teacher totally hugged me and attacked me.
That's true.
That's where I was like, you lost that point from the gospel episode.
It's like, you had a point.
Got lost it. I know we'll probably see that a lot with her. Is she'll do something really nice and awesome,
and then do something,
to totally unredeem it.
It's like, God damn it.
The only other scene that we got a kick out of was like the I have itchy teeth. Let me gnaw on you.
I wanted to bring that up. That face.
Oh yeah, the face is adorably creepy.
It looks like a demented beaver.
The best way to put it. Demented beaver, everyone. And then the noise is na 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 na.
God, yes. And Maki just looking really confused.
Yeah. Yeah, she's doing this to Yuki of all people, too.
Yeah.
And because I've seen this, I know there's an episode coming up where they address that more about the itchy teeth.
Okay.
But that's more of a fun episode. We won't get into that.
Yeah.
So, halfway there. We got basically 12 episodes and an OVA to do.
Wow. I love it so far.
Yeah. For a short anime, it's really compact. We had to actually look and make sure we were on the third episode when we were watching the third episode, because we still thought we were on the second episode.
Yeah, it just flew by.
Yeah.
That's how much I enjoy it.
But with that, though, we'll call this episode here. So thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, have a good one.
Peace out.